All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We're coming to you live here from the PhD Speed Gaming event in Chicago, bringing you all the cool board game coverage all day long. As usual, I'm Matt, and I am joined with Stefan from IELLO. How you doing today?
Hello, hello. I'm good, Matt. Thanks for asking.
So I see a very pretty game set up on the table here today.
Thank you. Yes, this is. We are showing you the legend of the cherry tree that blossom every 10 years. Yeah, so we like a short title.
Very, very compact. So at Gamma, I know that this was shown off as kind of like a preview during the media session there.
Yes.
So I'm definitely excited to see this on the table here today, and I'm going to transition over to the board cam here so we can show off how this game looks all spread out. So what kind of game is The Legend of the Cherry Tree that blossoms every 10 years? That is a Mally title, but I like it.
Yes.
It's very pretty.
So this is a set collection game, and so each player has those little screen where you're going to be able to put flowers in front of your screen and in the back of your screen. And so Matt is showing you the different type of flowers. So you have black and white flowers, which are a wild card, or they can be any color. And then on the left side you have yellow and pink, which are the warm colors. And on the right side we have blue and dark blue or purple that are the cold colors. So during the game, we will put flowers behind our screen right here or in front of our screen. Okay, so this is public information. Everybody sees that that player has a white, a yellow, and a pink, but nobody knows what's happening behind the screen. Mm-hmm. Right now, in front of our screen, we are trying to get a majority to win points. So, for example, as we said, yeah, let's show in there. Perfect. So, as we say on the left side here, yes, that's what's happening in back of the screen. So behind, that's why we have that logo right here in the back of my screen.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to have the majority of yellow and pink. If once we end the game, I have the most warm colors, then I score 18 points. Then the second player will score 10, and then the next player will score 8. Similarly for the cold color, the blue and purple, the first player, the player with the most flower will get 16 points, and then 12, and then 8. We can see also on the side here that the black and whites are wild, and so they can be used to either complete my collection of pink and yellow or blue and purple. So that's the scoring in the behind of the screen. Now on the right side of our screen here, we see that so again, this time only the black are wild. There you go, thank you. And then this is an absolute number, so there is no question of majority or anything. So if you didn't collect any flowers, you get 0 points. However, if you only got 1 or 2, this is negative -3 or negative -1. And then when you get farther in your collection, the more flower you get, the more points, obviously. But there is no majority on this one.
Okay, and pointing out too, so this symbol here shows that these are what's on the front side of the screen, so that's your public information side,
exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. So now, that's for the scoring. Now let's talk about how the actual collection of flowers happen. So on your turn, you grab flower from that bag. That's actually pretty cool, except that it's upside down. Sorry, I'll let you do it.
There we go.
So it's a nice little painting. It's some very Japanese influence, obviously.
So that gets included in the game.
This is in the game. Yeah,
wow.
What we are looking right now at a production product. It's what the final product looks like. And so you have that bag, and you have about 40 of those flower petals in there. Okay. So the game mechanic is on my turn. I'm gonna draw from the bag. Mm-hmm. I can draw up to 3 times. And I need to draw at least 1 flower. So I'm going to draw a flower, and okay, this is a blue. Mm-hmm. And then I can stop here, but that's not going to be much fun. I can go again. All right, so now I'm going to be a little more adventurous. I'm going to do 3 petals. And I just failed my draw because the cherry tree is watching over us when we come to collect the petals, and he doesn't like greed or us to wanting too much things at once. So he wants us to be very parsimonious about the way we are collecting the flowers.
Okay.
So right now I failed because I got 3 of the same color, and it's an immediate fail of my collection. And what does mean is that if I had any black flowers in my collection that I draw, they would go back in the bag. So the more we play, the more the ratio of black flower is getting more and more high in the bag. And then I would choose 2 flowers of different color. So in that case, I will have to take those 2 flowers, and I will put those 2 flowers in front of my screen.
Okay.
Okay. So now, what did I do? Well, all of a sudden, I just make my score really bad because I have -3 and -3. I didn't want that. I really wanted to have those purple to go in the bag, but guess what? I failed my collection. So that's what happened in the fail. Let's say, for demonstration purpose, that I didn't fail my collection, and to the contrary, I got something like this, which is pretty nice. Okay. So again, the maximum is 8. So you draw 3 times, and you're gonna have a maximum of 8 flower.
Okay.
If I succeed in my collection, then I'm going to ask you to grab those mastery cards and show them to the camera for me, please.
Sure thing. So first up here, we've got this one. So
all right.
Can you give me a little insight as to what this means?
So it's very cryptic. It's a code. So if I succeed my collection, I am checking that if I match any of the 3 mastery cards, I will have the opportunity to act only on one of them. Mm-hmm. So for example, this one at the bottom, you see the ABCD, mean that if I have 4 flowers of different color, which I happen to have in my collection right now, so this is a success, I can grab 2 flowers from the bag. I grab 3 flowers from the bag. I'm going to choose one that I'm going to put in front of my screen, and 2 that I'm going to get back into the bag.
Okay.
Okay, that's the symbols are pretty self-explanatory once you see them. And so if you want to show the other condition, this one is if you have 6 flowers of any colors, I can take a flower from 2 opposite enemy and put them in front of my screen.
So this is just any
color,
any flowers.
Any flowers. If I have 5 flowers of any colors, then I can do that.
Okay.
And then this one, if I have 2 pairs, I can take a flower from either the front or the back of my screen and put it in and trade it with. I can trade a flower in front of my screen with a flower of someone in front of my screen.
Okay, so that might allow you to get rid of one of your -3s
exactly
there, and then get a positive.
Create a negative position for another player.
Okay.
And so those only if we succeed. And then once we have resolved the potential mastery card, we move to the collecting of the flower, actually. And so I choose one color among the flower I collected, so for example, yellow, and I pull all the flower of that chosen color behind my screen. And then all the other flowers go in front of my screen. So now all of a sudden, look at that. My negative is gone except for I still have yellow and blue, so I have to work on that. But it was a nice collection. I have increased my score significantly, and now I pass the bag to the next player, and we keep going around. The game continues until there is no more flowers in the bag.
Gotcha.
And that's the mechanic of the game. So it's pretty simple, but there is an element of partial information, and also an element of messing up with the other player plans, and so it's
a little bit of press your luck as well.
Press your luck. So it's an interesting mix.
All right, very cool. And I have to say that the artwork is absolutely beautiful on the the player boards here, and then the bag as well. Very pretty game, and it's got really nice table presence with just like the kind of like light whimsical look of the flowers themselves in there. Mm-hmm. So very cool. I have to ask you, though, what would be one thing that you would say you absolutely love about the game more than anything else if you had to pick something?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the partial information. It's actually something I'm not very good at. You can try to remember what everybody has done because you've seen all the flowers that went behind the screen at one time or the other.
Right.
It's not secret. But if you focus on it, you can really know exactly what the situation is. And so, for people who are really alpha player, you can play it this way and min max your game. Or as I said, I don't remember what you did last turn, and I'm playing much more by the seat of my pants, and so it's also a casual game. So I like that aspect of it. An information that we can share though also in terms of availability. The game is going to release on July 5th for the pre-release in the store, so brick and mortar, and July 19 is the official street date, available online and all that.
Okay, so you're getting a little bit of an early launch if you go to your brick and mortar store. You'll be able to get it a little bit earlier than online.
And some store are organizing special tournament with giveaways and prize and yellow product and stuff like that. So definitely check your local game store if they participate in the launch, and make sure to go check The Legend of the Cherry Tree at your local game store.
Very cool. And what's the price point of this game?
$22.50.
Okay, very cool.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you wanted to point out today about The Legend of the Cherry Tree?
Nothing in particular. It was a little late. It was supposed to launch in June. That's I don't know. I'm sure I want to point it out, but that's the last element of information. So that's why, as you mentioned, we had showed the game at Gamma and everything, but this is the first time that we are showing the final product.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank all of you for watching at home. Stay tuned for some more coverage coming throughout the day here at the PhD Speed Gaming event in Chicago. But for now, this is going to be Matt and Stefan signing off. Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
Take care.